Hey y'all. Still on my mama's side. Okay. I said I might have said in the last video that I was wrapping it up with my mama's side, but I had some more stuff to say. I forgot. Okay. Again, I could be cleaning up, vacuuming my floors, mopping, and I'll just get reminded of things that I am supposed to expose or come on here and say. Okay. So I'm really trying to get through my mama's side. When I tell y'all, it's more people on my daddy's side, but less shit. And it's less people on my mama's side and more shit. Ain't that something? So yes, I'm trying to wrap it on up with my mama side so I can head east to Billy. If don't nobody know who Billy is the man that I married by mistake. I married him by mistake. He didn't marry me by mistake. I married his ass by mistake. But we gonna get to that. Cause, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm headed east, nigga. Anyway, I'm on my mama's side. And I do throw little shit in there because I know others are watching that's not my family. Okay? And it's all good. Enjoy the show. Anyway, I noticed in my video that I did to my aunt that I kept saying that I hired a PA. So I was cleaning up, vacuuming. And I'm hearing, Tay, you kept saying PA. I'm like, yeah, I was making a mistake. You know, it ain't the first PA. They said, no, public announcement. So I don't know if I was making a public announcement about her ass or not. But I wasn't trying to say PA. I was trying to let her ass know that I hired a PI, a private investigator. Okay? But I noticed I kept saying PA. So maybe it is a public motherfucking announcement. And the spiritual shit go, right? Yeah. Okay. I also wanted to let you know, while you walking around taking trips and dips and skips with your mama money, your daddy money, and whoever else money you done took, probably done stole from the motherfucking city too, ain't no telling, with your hook or crook ass. Okay? You walking around, you know, spending all this money, and I'm telling you, girl, if you didn't spend any of my money, even with your friends or whoever you done spent it with or on, girl, I done cursed all that shit. Read the Bible, girl. Authority, power in this tongue. I done cursed all that shit. If you didn't bought anybody anything with my money or spent it or blew or anything besides my son, I didn't curse his stuff. No. But you're not free. They told me to tell you you're not free. You thinking that money will set you free or you can do what you want when you get money. I don't know what you're thinking. I guess money is your God. Because it sure ain't my heavenly Father. But you're not free. They told me to tell you you're not free. You've been bound your whole damn life by the devil and don't even know it. You've been bound your whole damn life by the devil and don't even know it. Don't even realize it. You silly rabbit. You walk around on trips and shit, but you trying to lose all this weight. You want to lose all this weight. I guess you want to look good for society. You ain't even doing it for yourself because it ain't even healthy. But you've been trying to lose weight your whole life. Your whole fucking life have been nothing but you focusing on being selfish and greedy and hateful towards others and losing weight. Your whole life trying to lose weight and have been unsuccessful. So now you've lost some, you have, but you still a big bitch. You still a big burly ass. You are. Again, your bone structure is not meant for you to be small. Your bone structure is big. But anyway, you're not free. You've been bound by the devil. Money does not make you free. Okay? Jesus set us free. okay? Not money. So you've been walking around thinking you free and having a good time and spending this and spending that. No, you still have been in bondage by the enemy your whole life. He have beat your ass regarding your weight. And I'm talking about he, the devil. He have whooped your ass up regarding your weight. Got your mind all fucked up. My mind is playing tricks on me. When you should have walked around with your weight, confident and beautiful, not worried about what another motherfucker had to say about your weight. That's how you should have walked around, but the devil had you thinking otherwise. That's why you always been so self-conscious about your weight. Girl, do you know how many heavy-set, beautiful, voluptuous women that there is out here? Okay, do you know how many men out here that love a heavy-set woman, but one that's high-vibing, one that's good on the inside? Okay? But I'm just telling you, the enemy done had your mind fucked up your whole life. Because you should have walked around like a beautiful, voluptuous woman. Heavy-set woman like the rest of them do. But no, you so self-conscious about your weight. You just want to lose weight to look for who? Who the fuck are you trying to look this way for? Or whatever. Like God said, do not lean on your own understanding. Do not lean on your own understanding. Also wanted to let y'all know, I'm going to tell y'all how selfish this bitch is. And I'm talking about my auntie. Yeah, because again, I told y'all, I keep my foot on their neck. Because I thought I was through with her ass. But again, I'm recording all these videos at once and I'm going to release them. I ain't going to release them all at once, but I'm going to schedule them all at once. So they'll be done and I'll be on to something else while they running the fuck through. But anyway, I'm going to tell y'all how selfish this bitch is. When my grandma passed away, let me sit down. I'm tired of standing. When my grandma passed away, 9 minutes, okay. When my grandma passed away, y'all, I think I might have went into her house once after she passed away. And I told y'all, I remember saying in another previous video that I had took, I'm gonna cut my fan on, y'all. I had took a plastic ice cream container, because my grandma used to make homemade ice cream. She would put me ice cream in this container to take home and tell me to bring her container back. That was the container that I took. And I also came across in the den, she had this shelf, like books on it, like some type of library shelf that was built in the wall. I had found a picture of my grandfather, which was my mama's daddy. Okay, he was deceased. He is deceased. My granddaddy, my mama's daddy. I didn't know him. He stayed in another state, but every time he came here, he would make it his business to see me, my mama, my aunt, and I don't know if he would go see my uncle. I'm not sure. But he would definitely make it his business to come see me and my mama. And my grandma only had my uncle, my mama, my aunt. She only had 3 kids by him. She had a set of twins by him as well, but they passed away at birth. Okay? So my grandmother has 4 children. And my aunt, that's the same age as me, she is the baby, and she is by a different man. Okay? So my grandfather is not her father, not her grandfather. She has nothing to do with my grandfather. I don't even know if she knew him or not. She might have seen him a few times, but she has nothing to do with my granddaddy. No blood, no nothing. She has a whole other father than my mama, her sister, and her brother. So I came across a picture of my grandfather. When I tell you, I damn near had to fight her to take a picture of my grandfather. My grandfather. I damn near had to fight her in my grandma's house because she didn't want me to take the picture of my grandfather. My grandma was gone, and I don't even know how I found it. I guess I was going through the bookshelf or going through the books in the den. I used to always be in the den, so I must have just been looking at the books or something and seeing the picture sticking out. She had it in a book. She might have had it in a Bible. I don't know, but it was in a book, and it was only his picture, and it was the Polaroid that come out the camera, like you take it and it come out. I don't know. It was a very old picture. It was in black and white. The picture. When I tell you, and my grandma told me that she was never married to my grandfather. She was never with him like that. He lived in another state. I don't know if he was from New Orleans or Alabama, something like that. But every time she would go down there and visit the family, she would hook up with him. And she said she would get pregnant. Now, this was back in, my grandma was born, look here. This was way, way back in the day. Okay? But she said every time she would go down there and visit her family from down there, she would hook up with them. I'm just going to say hook up. And she would get pregnant. But they was never together. She would come on back home, and she came on back home with a bunion in there. Okay? Why she kept doing it, I don't know. My granddaddy was fine. Okay? My granddaddy is fine. Okay? But I damn near had to fight her over a picture of my granddaddy. She did not want me to take this picture of my granddaddy. And I'm like, bitch, it's a picture of my granddaddy. You act like I'm taking the whole motherfucking safe or something. It's a punk-ass picture of my granddaddy. You shouldn't give a fuck if I take a picture of my granddaddy, because it ain't your daddy, your granddaddy. He ain't nothing to you. I damn near had to fight her over my granddaddy picture. That's how selfish the bitch is. How selfish and greedy the bitch is. I had to write stuff down. I also wanted to tell you, my grandma. Girl. My grandma have been over here. I can pick up her spirit. I know when she around. I can smell her. Certain songs will come on the radio that was her favorite songs. And she can't. And I was picking up on her energy again when I used to do tarot years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. And I would pick up on my grandmother energy. And it's almost like when I first started picking her up. Lord, I don't want to cry. I ain't even got my tissue in here. When I first started picking her spirit up, it was years ago, and I was almost rejecting her spirit. I was almost rejecting her spirit because my grandma was so mean coming up. My grandma was mean. My grandma cussed our ass out. Now, she took care of us and nurtured us and helped us, provided for us, but she would cuss our ass out over the slightest itty-bitty little anything. She would cuss our ass out. She was mean. She was. I had to battle up against my grandma at times, which I have asked God for forgiveness. But, I was rejecting her spirit at first. All the dreams I was having so many dreams about her. I was constantly dreaming about my grandma. Constantly. Dreaming about her house. Constantly. And I used to be saying, why am I always at her house in the spirit realm? In the spirit. But when I was doing it tarot before, whatever, and had connected with spirit or accepted my gifts, I should say, went on and accepted my gifts and stopped being afraid of them. My grandma, it's almost like she was telling me she was sorry. She was telling me she was sorry for being mean, being mean or treating us certain ways unnecessarily because she was mad about your daddy. And I'm talking to my aunt. Because she was mad, she was hurt at how your daddy had did her, how he had, the things that he had done. she was angry. Your daddy, girl, was crazy as hell, just like you. The seed is of the Father. And yes, he is gone now. And when I tell you, he is forgiven, but I'm going to tell the story. And I respect him. I do. But he was crazy as hell. He know it. That's why you crazy as hell. Mental shit. But she came back and she was telling me she was sorry and she was explaining things to me. And when I say explain things to me, I mean explain things to me like telepathically, spirit to spirit. She was putting it in my spirit. Yo, daddy used to beat the hell out of my grandma. And my grandma was light bright, like me. He used to beat the hell out of her. And my mama and them used to try to stop him or break him up. But they would jump on his ass too, if they was there or around. And I didn't see none of this stuff because I was a child or a baby. Or maybe I wasn't born yet. I don't know. But I heard a story constantly about how he drug her down the sidewalk while she was damn near bare naked. Your daddy drugged my grandma on the sidewalk while she was damn near bare naked at one incident. And I used to constantly hear this story. And again, I wasn't there. But she's reminding me that it's true. Because she gave me an image of when I used to wash her back. When I was about 7 or 8. You was so selfish, bitch. And so hateful. She didn't even want you to wash her back. Because you wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be the way I washed it. But she would call me into the bathroom. I might have been about 7 or 8. She would be in the bathtub. She would have one rag. She would be covering up her chest with the rag. And there would be bubbles in the tub. So I wouldn't see anything. She would have another rag, and she would be like, soak this rag and wash my back. And I used to see them scars on her back. I would see them scars on her back from your daddy. It's crazy than a motherfucker, girl, just like you. The seed is of the Father. She was reminding me of that. And she was also reminding me of, because I used to be like, you was just so mean, you was just so angry. And she started reminding me of things that I had went through, raising my kids, being angry at their father. And taking it out, on my kids or other people, which again, I've been stopped that shit, because my oldest son made me realize some shit regarding that situation. But she was reminding me of some of the things that I had been through. She had been through. And she was reminding me of how I felt when I went through them and how I dealt with them. So a lot of her anger and her outbursts, as far as us coming up, it came from your daddy. He left her, he cheated on her with a white woman. He left her for a white woman. I don't know if he divorced her. I believe he divorced her. But he divorced her for a white woman. I guess she wasn't white enough for his ass. Because she was damn near looked at white, but she wasn't. But I guess she wasn't white enough. But he divorced her he left her for a white woman. And she had to, not even so much as she was just a woman, period. But she had to bear that. She had to carry that. On top of you being disrespectful to her. Oh, on top of her already going through all that shit with your daddy. When she was with him, even after she left, she went through shit with him because she had to deal with the divorce and all the stuff that she was finding out that he had did. And then she had to deal with your disrespectful, unruly ass. So it's almost like she was telling me that's why she was like she was. And my grandma was a strong woman. She bared a lot. She did. And she was apologizing to me for being, just being mean. Just, she didn't have to be so mean. But she did not harm me at all. She took care of me. Yes, the fuck she did. Because my mama didn't. She bought my school clothes. I'm talking about my grandma. She bought my school clothes. All kind of shit. Because my mama was gambling with her money. She paid my mama bills. And I was writing stuff down because she was making me remember again. I started remembering or getting downloads when I'm cleaning up, when I'm vacuuming, when I'm mopping, when I'm in the shower, when I'm driving. Just regular stuff. And then I have to write it down if I'm by pen or paper because I'll forget because more downloads come. My mama, they told me, I don't even know why I'm bringing this up, but I'm getting back on my mama right now, okay? Again, my father will have me keep my foot on their neck. Yeah, I have some more to reveal about my mama. And I'm hoping that this is the finale. That I can get on off this side of my family and move east because I got Billy to take care of. Okay? I'm gonna move to the next video, y'all. Stay tuned in.